Hello and thanks for stopping by the channel. My name is Sandy and in today's video we are going to attempt to do some spring cleaning and some decorating. So if you'd like to see what all I'm going to be doing around my home today, keep watching. Now, this is the time of year that I do a thorough cleaning of my upholstery. So I start off by vacuuming inside the cushions to make sure I get any debris or anything like that out of there. And then I go into cleaning my upholstery. I just have one of those little small Bissell machines that I use for that. And it works pretty well just to keep my sofa in decent condition. The sofa is pretty old at this point. It's probably maybe 10 plus years old, but that's the way I kind of preserve it because buying new furniture right now is just not an option. So I have to take care of what it is that I have. So I'm going in here with my little vacuum and just kind of getting the debris out of here. And luckily, it's not a whole lot of debris this time. Sometimes it's all kinds of stuff because I have grandchildren, so I just never know. This is a feather sofa, so because of the age of it, the feathers are starting to kind of poke out. So I do have that to deal with, but I just kind of pull them on out and keep it moving. So far, it's still reasonably sturdy and comfortable. So we'll see how much more time we'll get out of it. But in the meantime, we'll keep it clean and yeah, make it look as good as it can. Now these covers actually they unzip and they come off, and I've never really explored like what to do with that. Do you dry clean them? Do you wash them? I know some of the performance fabrics you may be able to wash them. I've never really explored that. I've just been kind of doing this for several years now. So this is the little Bissell machine here. It's very small or whatever. These machines used to be like $49 or something. I believe now they're about $100, but they work really, really well. I'm probably putting a little bit too much water on here, but I'm just trying to get them nice and fresh. And I just use just plain water in the machine, and then I spray with some vinegar and water. That kind of helps to lift any stains or any spots out of it, and it typically turns out looking really nice. This is my spray solution here with the vinegar and water. I use vinegar and water like on so many things. It's just the perfect cleanser. It's a sanitizer, all of the things. And the thing that I like about it the most is that vinegar can have a very small smell, but a strong smell, but it actually dissipates really fast. So things end up smelling very fresh. I actually use vinegar in my laundry as well. I love it. But I'm paying close attention here to the arms of the sofa because they do tend to get pretty dirty with people's hands on them or whatever. So we're just doing all of that. This will dry really quick. I'll open the door and I'll have the ceiling fan going just to make sure that the water just kind of dries up as quickly as possible. And once I get done with this, I am going to be cleaning my rugs, which need it desperately. And while I'm working, I always like to put on either a cleaning video or someone that's decorating their home. I just love to do that for inspiration. One of my favorite people that I think I'm watching right now, I'm doing a voiceover right now, but I think I was watching Decorating with Barbara. I love her channel. She just has the most beautiful home, and I love the way that she shops both high end and low end. So I enjoy her channel. If you're not familiar with her, definitely check her out. I also love looking at Homeworthy. I know I've mentioned that several times over here on the channel. That's another one of my favorites that I watch all the time as well. I have so many YouTubers that I just love to watch. I love Clarissa Howard over at A Cozy Home with Clarissa. Oh my God, it's so many. I really kind of hate to start naming names because I know I'm going to leave some off. Cheryl over at I Style My Style. I love Sharita. I think her name is Sharita. She's out of Memphis, I believe. Beautiful home. It's so many people that I love. I love seeing people that truly have a talent for decorating so that I can be inspired. My spring cleaning this year just has not been the way that it is typically. Typically, I will just like tear the house completely apart and just dust from top to bottom and clean and all of that. But honestly, I just did not feel like it this year. And so I'm really late in getting started, and I'm going to give myself grace with getting this job done this year. I'm not going to worry about getting it all done at one time. I'm not tearing anything up. I'm going to do a little bit at a time. And whenever I get it all complete, that's when I'll get it complete. I'm not going to worry about it like I've done in the past. So you will see during this day, this is a realistic spring clean for me. And you're going to see that I'm going to take some breaks during the day just to kind of reset myself and just to kind of, enjoy my day at the same time of getting these jobs done. So you don't have to just work from sun up to sundown to get it done. That's kind of the way I was raised to do when you're doing major cleaning. You just keep doing it until you get it done. But it's okay to stop and take a break. Oh, and I thought of another YouTuber that I love, and that's Modern Living with Bree. Oh my God, her home is absolutely beautiful, and she has a very unique design style. So check her out if you're not familiar. So now it's time for a break, and I just take this time to kind of check up on my social media, scroll Instagram real quick, kind of see what's going on in the world a little bit, and then probably watch a couple more of my favorite YouTubers. Like I said, I have so many and I watch YouTube videos pretty much all day. So if I didn't mention your name, but you know that I'm over there in your comments, just trust and believe that I am watching your video. Sometimes I watch on the TV and I don't get around to dropping comments in below. But anyway, I am watching. And there's some favorite gardeners that I have too that I really love. Living a Silver Life. Edith, beautiful, beautiful channel, beautiful personality too. Love her, love her. So definitely check her out if you love gardens and things like that. She has beautiful floor gardens every year, and she loves to share that. Honestly, sometimes when I do these breaks and look at the social media and kind of see some news that's discouraging or upsetting or whatever the case may be, many times that just shuts it down for me for the day, and I'll just end up like going back to bed or something like that. But today I'm gonna try to at least stay up and do some things to be productive, whatever that might be. I may even take a walk outside or something like that. That's always good to just kind of get out and kind of clear your head. Yeah, whatever it is that you do. Now, if you are one of those people like myself who, just seem to get troubled by the things that are going on in the world today, let me know what types of things you do. So while I was sitting here, I happened to look down at the chair that I was sitting on, my benches or my bar stools that are at my island, and I noticed that these chairs are in bad shape. They needed to be cleaned. So since I had the Bissell already out, I decided to go ahead and do so cleaning here. They're really in bad shape, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of water and some of the same solution, vinegar and water on here, and see if we can get these spots out of here. Now these are suede chairs, so I wasn't real sure how that was going to turn out. And honestly, this is the first time I've ever done this with these chairs, but they look pretty bad. So we're going to get them cleaned up. And I can tell you that they did turn out beautifully. It did take a little bit of time to get, the spots out of there, but they turned out really, really nice. So I was happy about that. And so then after I was doing that, and then I looked over at my dining room chairs. Now they are truly a tragedy. They are in bad shape. They are a lighter color. I've had them for years. And my intent is to replace those chairs, but it just hasn't happened, and it's not going to happen anytime soon. So we're going to have to deal with them. So again, we have to try to prolong the life of them. So we're going to go ahead and use this same old Bissell, same old vinegar and water, and kind of spray them off and get some of these spots off of these chairs. It's really hard to keep these chairs clean for the obvious reason they are light in color. But overall, for the length of time that I've had them or whatever, I think they're holding up pretty well. But I'm going to show you in a minute why it's important for me to eventually get rid of these chairs. These chairs never fit with this table, and I have been using them, just because that's all that I had, but they have actually damaged the table legs, because they're kind of like pushed in there and they rub up against the leg on the table, and so they've kind of damaged that. So at whatever point I get some more chairs, they're going to have to be very narrow. And at that point, I'll go ahead and repair these table legs. This table is a good table. It's in good shape other than these legs that are on here, but they've been scuffed up pretty bad. So like I said, once I get some more chairs, I'll go ahead and I will get that fixed, paint the legs on here and everything. But this table has a lot more life in it. I don't have a lot of space to keep the sides of it up, but in the off times that I do need to have that extra space, I can lift it up or whatever. So now I'm going to go ahead and get started with this carpet cleaning. I got a little burst of energy, so we're going to go ahead and get this done. Clean this carpet. This carpet takes a beating as well. You know, it leads to the outdoors here on the deck. So as I'm coming in, although we take our shoes off or whatever, you just still end up with dust and things like that kind of flying in. So we're going to go ahead and get this rug cleaned out. Now, this rug cleaned nicely. I have a couple of runners that I did clean as well, and they did not turn out as nice. So I'm actually going to have to replace them. But this one turned out nice, and I was really glad because I love this rug. I got this rug, I think, from Overstock a few years ago, and it's really held up nicely. I really like it a lot. It's very, very plush and everything, and it was a great price too. So it was a good find, and I'm glad that I'm able to keep it longer by keeping it clean. I really used to love spring cleaning or deep cleaning my home, and now I just don't get a thrill out of it. I like it once it's done. Obviously, I love having a clean house, but it's hard sometimes. It's really hard to get it done to motivate myself to get started with it. Sometimes once I get started, I can kind of keep it going, but sometimes it's like I just don't want to do it. Let me know below. Do you do spring cleaning or do you just not even make it an event and just clean your house whenever? You know, let me know below what you do. I've always thought spring cleaning was just such a big deal, and that's what I've tried to do, but you know, it's not that serious. It really isn't. So I'm trying to figure out this carpet cleaner. I got this thing a couple years ago and I'm trying to figure it out. But as you can see, I have taken myself another break. Yes, I did. I came outside to get me a little walk in because I was tired after cleaning that rug. It was a lot. It took a lot out of me, but I did want to at least get out and get some movement in. So I'm out here just kind of soaking in some of this sun, and I feel so much better once I get some natural vitamin D. I love the outdoors. I absolutely love it. And this time of year is just my favorite because we have a lot of wildlife, especially over near the little pond, and the turtles are back. I'm so excited. So I can come over and just kind of sit and watch them, which is so exciting. They're not doing anything but just swimming around in circles, but I just enjoy watching them. And it's really a pretty day, too pretty to be cooped up in the house cleaning all day. So I'm glad that I took the time to get out here and just kind of get this little walk in. And maybe I'll have enough energy when I get back in the house to start another task. We'll see. I am having company from out of town, so I do have to get my guest bedrooms ready for that. So hopefully, I will have the energy to go ahead and get that done so that I can at least mark that off my list. So even though my bedrooms are not used up there, but they stay made up or whatever, I just like to freshen up the bedrooms, the linen and everything before guests actually come. It's just something that I do. I use the linen sprays too, but sometimes I just like to just strip the bed and just kind of get them all cleaned up and ready when I know that I'm having company from out of town. But I've decided to, before I go in and do that, I'm sitting here thinking about all the things that I need to be doing, but I'm taking the time to just sit and rest a minute. This is something I never used to do, is just come out. I'll sit outside, but on my own deck. But now I do spend a lot of time sitting over here at the park. And you can see my little turtles are out. And I just kind of sit here and just kind of watch them. This time of year is so many of them. It's like I don't know where they've been all winter, but they show back up at this time, and I enjoy coming over to here to watch them. Another thing I love about this time of year are that the things outside the trees, they start to bloom. Here's this holly. It is so pretty right now. I'm waiting for the magnolia trees to start to bloom. Those are my absolute favorite. But for right now, the hollies are in bloom and they look really pretty. The dogwood trees are also in bloom and they are starting to look really pretty and filling out as well. Once those fill out, it'll really get pretty over here. But I just like to watch the process of them all coming back to life after the long winter. So now I'm back in the house and I'm hungry. So it's time to fix some lunch real quick before we get off into our next task. And I have some leftover spaghetti and some garlic bread here, and that's what we're going to eat for breakfast. I got a couple, I mean, breakfast for lunch. I got a couple of little wing flings that are left over as well. And I'm going to drench them with some hot sauce because I love some spice. I love spicy food. So I'm going to go ahead and eat and say my little grace and get it in. And then we're going to start off with some new projects once we get refueled. In anticipation of my guests coming, I did make a couple of small little purchases of things that I needed for the home, and that was some new guest towels and some rugs, things like that. So I had run over to Home Goods a couple days ago and picked those up, and I just kind of picked up these little beige color towels here. I like the feel of them; they were nice and heavy. But not too thick. I don't like real thick towels. They were 8.99 a piece, which I didn't think was too bad. I love the texture in these, but I thought they were pretty nice. And they also have a little hook on them that you can hang them up. They call it a gem hook, I think, for the towels, but I thought that was like nice. And then I picked up a couple of rugs for the bathroom. I actually ended up returning these rugs because the bathroom rugs in the guest bedroom bathroom were fine. So I just washed those and it would have had to use those. I did pick up some more washcloths as well. So we're going to be going upstairs and getting some things together. That's the little hook there for the towel that you can hang on a hook in the bathroom or whatever. So nice little touch there. Nothing special, just a couple of towels and things like that. I like for my guests to have fresh towels, fresh pillowcases as well. I picked these up over at Ross. They were only $6.99 for two king size, so very inexpensive there. I also want to put out some little treats and things like that. So I'm filling up my little candy dish. I'm kind of all over the place today. I just have a whole bunch of little tasks that need to get done. So I did pick up some candies while I was over at Ross. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in the candy dish so that those are kind of sitting around for guests while they're here if they want a little snack or whatever. I'm also going to put some upstairs in the space where my guests will stay. Yeah, just to have little things like that around the house is always a good thing. These little Ghirardelli chocolates and things like that, they are so good. I love the ones with the caramel. So one of these is just the caramel, and then one of them is sea salt and caramel. Both are delicious. So I'm just going to set these right over here on my coffee station for anyone that, wants to indulge in some sweets. And then in here, I just have this little nut medley. It's got some nuts and dried berries and things like that. And I've got a couple shortbread cookies that are still there. So those will be nice for anyone that wants to just grab a little snack here. I also found these Jolly Ranchers. I used to love these when I was a kid. I love the flavor of them, the apple, the watermelon, the cherry, all of those. So I picked up a bag of those. I don't see those often, but I saw them while I was out, so I decided to drop a few of those down in the candy dish as well. So once we got this done, then I'm going to go ahead and head upstairs, and I'm going to first start off with filling up the candy dishes up there. I have a little bar cart up there. And these vases here, they were from Z Gallery a long time ago. I just pulled them out, quite frankly, because I had them stashed in one of the guest bedrooms. And so, since somebody's going to be staying in there, I had to pull these out of there. Full transparency here. So they are here now on this bar cart. So I just decided to just go ahead and put some candies in here as well, just to kind of get them out of the way so that they were on the floor in the guest bedroom where they were. And because I didn't want them to get broken, and I honestly did not have any place else to store them where they would be safe. So put the little bunny here, which is perfect for the season, and we are all good. So this is what my loft area is looking like right now. This is real life here. Got my granddaughter's Barbie dolls stuff out there, and it doesn't look bad. It's clean for the most part or whatever. I've mentioned before that I am going to be doing a few little upgrades up here with the lighting, the ceiling fans or whatever. But for right now, this is what it's looking like. And it's pretty decent. So all I really needed to do up here to get prepared for guests is some light dusting, things like that. um but the bedrooms is where I really had a lot of things that I wanted to get done with the refreshing and everything. So I'll let you take a look at what we have going on in the bedrooms. So this is one of the bedrooms here. I've already refreshed the sheets and everything and started to make up the bed. I've got the fresh towels out on the dresser. I'll put some water in here for my guests, so that they have that on the bedside table. I've washed the comforter here, and I'm just going to put this at the foot of the bed. This is one that I bought a year or so ago from Target, back at that time when I was shopping at Target. But anyway, yeah, I love this. This was from the Jungalow line, I believe. I thought it was so pretty, the vibrant orange colors and everything. So I just put that like at the foot of the bed, and everything is fresh and clean in this room now and ready to receive guests. This is the most colorful room in my house. You know, I'm not really a color girl. Like I'm not into color. I mostly use, neutral colors and things like that. But I wanted a room that had more color in it, that was more of a fun space. So I had a really fun time decorating the space. I put this little zebra rug down on the floor that I had picked up from Amazon. But yeah, that's what the room is looking like. I think it's good to go. And this is the other bedroom. And so, same thing in here. I've gone through and done some freshening up. But again, this is real life, and I have no place to store certain things. So, you see the toy boxes there in the corner there. But, it's fine. Everything is clean. It may not be pristine and all of that, but, we live here. So, it is what it is. I've got the towels here on the bed for guests, and I've got a bottle of water there. So it is all set to go. We've done all the dusting and things like that that we needed to get done in this space, because these rooms, even though they are empty, they do become very, very dusty, and they just need to be freshened up over time. So that's exactly what we've done. And I'll go ahead and turn on the lamps. My guests will be arriving in the evening time. So this way, when they come up here, the lamps will already be on, so it won't be completely dark. I've dusted the picture frames and the headboard and all of those things as well. So everything is nice and clean. Now, in the guest bathroom, I've also come in here and I've done some deep cleaning in here. I cleaned down the front of the counters. I've the front of the cabinets, and also cleaned and sealed the granite tiles. I did a deep clean on the tub, the side of the tub, the floors. Everything is nice and fresh. I have my curtains in here fresh and ready to go. And so the bathroom is all set up. Now, I put the towels in each guest bedroom, so there's no towels in here. They will hang them up here probably as they use them, and that's fine. I like to do something a little fancy with the toilet paper there. That's just something that I do. I've got this plant here. This is just random. I'm just kind of all over the place today, like I said. But this plant here is hanging here on this banister, which overlooks the entryway, and I'm kind of thinking that I want to just go ahead and let it vine. This is one of those pothos, so they will just vine and vine all day. So I just kind of have this here now. I don't know if this is a mistake to do this or not, but that might be my artwork that I have in this space, is that vining. I've seen it in other homes, and I've really liked the way that it looks. So this is a project that I'm just kind of starting here, but this is what my vision is looking like for this space. You see how the plant is just kind of hanging down on the wall. Now, this is mine, and as it grows, this is what I'm envisioning that it'll kind of look like. So I'll see how that goes. I've got the plan already. So we'll just see what happens there. But I needed something for this space. That's what it's looking like now. But as it grows, it's going to come all the way down. So yeah, we'll see what that happens with that. Well, we didn't get as much done as I would have liked to have gotten done, but it's okay. We got a little bit done, and that's all that counts. The key is just to do a little bit at a time, and eventually it'll all get done. You don't have to do it all in a day. That's what I keep telling myself. So I am perfectly fine with where I am, and this is a good stopping point. I hope that you found this video inspiring in any way at all. And if you did, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you're not currently subscribed, go ahead and consider hitting that subscribe button. It is free to do so, and hit that post notification bell. That way you can be notified each time I upload additional videos. And to all my returning family members, thank you so, so much for your support. I am so happy that you are here, and I hope to see you all over here on my next one. Bye-bye.